Good night.
High definition on WMBD, provided by Extreme Motors. You're watching WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois' first and only high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Rachel Kay, in for Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Tonight, we do have a line of strong storms, some already severely warned, moving their way through central Illinois right now. The first warning is moving through Putnam County, actually set to expire in just a couple of minutes here at 6 p.m. I do think it will be extended. The second moving through Marshall County. Both of these are for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and damaging hail as well. But many of us dry, sunshine ahead of the storms. Warm and humid out there, feels like 99 degrees in Peoria right now, but the storm chances are heading our way. That will continue through the evening. I'll take a closer look at all of this coming up in your full forecast, but first, your news starts right now.
If the river is muddy and it's been raining, do not go out there.
Day 2 of dangerous conditions along the Mackinac River, why efforts to find a missing man are being slowed down.
Plus, Country Life Music Festival officially canceled. How troubling ticket sales put an end to the fest.
An early morning fire in the East Bluff leaves one man dead. I'm Shane Gustafson, and I'll have more coming up.
That deadly fire, a body found in rural Washington, and a second man missing on the Mackinac River.
We're bringing you team coverage of all three, but we begin tonight near Green Valley. Anthony Mail was last seen tubing down the river late yesterday afternoon.
WMBD's Hannah Hilliard has been following this story all day. She joins us now live in the studio tonight. Hannah, how's the search going?
Well, Paul and Maria, now it's a recovery mission. They've finished ground searches and are just waiting on the water levels to go down. But that didn't stop the family from looking. Family and friends of Anthony Mail spent their Wednesday morning searching for him. Most of their efforts on a train track bridge where logs are clogging up the water. Something Mike Elling, a man who has lived on the Mackinac River for decades, says can be dangerous.
The log jam covers the whole river at the railroad trestle, and there's no way you could get through it. You had to climb out.
Elling says he saw the tubers Tuesday after his neighbor pointed them out.
And he said there's people on the river. And my girlfriend and I, Patsy, like, you got to be kidding me.
He says they tried to warn the group about the dangerous waters.
It's up pretty high right now, and nobody's got any business being on this river at this point in time.
We talked to the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office Tuesday night. They say, unfortunately, that means search and rescue crews, too.
Right now, water searches are really not possible. To put scuba divers in is just completely impossible. Even to put a boat in right now is so dangerous.
The search is called off until the waters go down, but with more rain on the way, they do not know when that will be. Because the family and friends searching today were on private property, they were asked to leave. While Potts says he understands why they were out there, he asked that they be patient until the water is safe to search. Mail is the second person to go missing in the river in the last 2 weeks. For updates on this story as they come in, head to ciproud.com. Paul.
Thanks, Hannah. While crews suspend their search on the Mackinac River, investigators responded around 11 this morning to a call for a body found along the railroad tracks in rural Washington. Christopher Cochran's body was on the ground next to the Norfolk Southern Railroad tracks north of Farmdale Park Road. Tazewell County Sheriff is continuing to investigate. And
still no word on the cause of death. A little north and earlier in the day, a fire kills one man in the 200 block of Archer Avenue in Peoria. People in Peoria's East Bluff neighborhood trying to come to grips with the death of one of their neighbors. He died this morning in an apartment fire. WMBD's Shane Gustafson shows us how people are remembering him. He has more in this developing story.
The way I seen him out here playing with the kids in the neighborhood and stuff, he was a good man.
The East Bluff community is mourning the loss of a neighbor after his apartment caught fire early this morning.
I didn't know him personally. I just seen him on the streets, and it's just a shame that he had to go like he did. I mean, he's going to be missed.
When fire crews got there around 2 this morning, they spotted flames coming from the front bedroom. Inside, they found 54-year-old David Pirtle lying in the kitchen. Firefighters say the apartment was full of smoke.
It doesn't take a lot to be overcome by smoke, and this was some pretty thick, heavy black smoke coming out when they got in there.
Today, neighbors are bringing gifts to Pirtle's home. One family brought a teddy bear and placed it on the porch as their way of saying goodbye.
My granddaughter seen it on news this morning and said, "Mama, I know that house." And I said, "What do you want to do?" And she goes, I want to take a teddy bear and pray for him.
Peoria fire and arson investigators are still looking for clues as to what happened and are trying to figure out how this fire started.
Sometimes these things we don't ever are able to figure out exactly and pinpoint what they were, and especially in these tragic cases, we really like to take our time.
In Peoria, Shane Gustafson, WMBD News.
And the Peoria County Coroner's Office has confirmed to WMBD that Pirtle died of smoke inhalation. Another person living in a different apartment inside that home got out unharmed. The Red Cross is offering her some help. Well, a severe weather alert for you tonight. We're joined by WMBD meteorologist Rachel Kay. Rachel, looking like there's some thunderstorms heading our way again. What can you tell us?
Yes, well, these are already brewing. They popped up very quickly. If you're watching at 5 o'clock, they really popped up within the course of about 5 minutes. That severe thunderstorm warning moving through Putnam County that we were talking about at the beginning of the 6 o'clock show here, that warning has been extended. This storm has now had spotter reports of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar sized hail. Another severe thunderstorm warning in effect moving through Marshall County. Also, reports on radar indicated 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and hail as well. These are moving towards the east pretty slowly at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But you can see there is a line, and these are all going to be moving in our direction. So I do expect some more severe thunderstorm warnings as we go throughout the next few hours here. Maria and Paul.
Thanks, Rachel. Continuing coverage now, the cancellation of the Country Life Music Festival. A source close to the festival tells WMBD slow ticket sales are what's to blame. That same source says people only bought about 3,800 tickets. Expectations closer to 12,000. Ticketfly, the ticket broker, began giving money back for tickets purchased within the last 2 weeks. Sources close to the festival say that's because that money hadn't been transferred to Blue Entertainment Group, the event organizer. Now, the general manager of Three Sisters Park, where the concerts would have taken place, says he hasn't had someone back out like this.
No, not really. I've seen them where people come in with grand ideas and then they see the realities of what it's like to put something like that on, and then they back out and that type of thing, but nothing that's gotten this close.
Now, if you purchase tickets before May 28th, you should be getting an email with instructions about contacting Blue Entertainment Group. If that doesn't work, you should contact your credit card company to dispute that charge. Members of Peoria's police and fire departments are looking forward to giving a once-in-a-lifetime chance to kids with special needs. They're partnering with Easter Seals and Special Olympics, allowing kids to try their hand at being a police officer or firefighter. Camp Kirk begins next week. Kids will get the chance to chase and handcuff a candy burglar and try using a fire hose. Other events include carnival games, fishing derby, and a petting zoo. They're looking for more volunteers and donations. For more information on how to help out with Camp Kirk, you can visit our website, ciproud.com.
Thousands of people around the world coming together for one cause, and Central Illinois is making a strong showing. I was honored to be a part of the team for Heartland Area 6 to run in the first ever Special Olympics Unified Relay across America yesterday. Take a look.
2, 3.
Unified Relay! Woo! One team, one goal.
We're here to run the torch and spread the word.
Raising awareness for athletes like Philip, Kellen, Hayden, and Thomas, and athletes around the world.
Running through SOAR and softball, track, CETA-SOAR, bowling.
With my team, hang out with stuff, and best Olympics, you have fun. We're out there, try your best.
That's the best part, to see the athletes carrying it, seeing the big smile on their face, and when they're up there in front of us, and you know, they're very proud of their accomplishments, and they should be.
The flame of hope spreading the message from Athens, Greece, then through the United States from the east to west coasts. 3 sections of the relay, north, central, and south, will all come together in July for the World Games in Los Angeles.
How can't you get goosebumps and get excited to be a part of a movement that really lifts you up? And it's not just for the athletes, but I get so much fulfillment out of it and being a part of, you know, what we get to do and tell people about every day.
14 team members from Heartland Area 6 ran to represent Central Illinois. Athletes, staff, volunteers, board members.
I'm just so excited that everyone was willing to come together to take the drive. It's like 2.5, 3 hours here.
From Bloomington Normal to Belleville, this group made the trip as advocates and witnesses to what Special Olympics can do, and in hopes of passing the flame for generations to come.
I think the Special Olympics athletes are some of the best people that the world has to offer.
You can follow the progress of the Unified Relay online. This map right here shows you each route running through the country. That's north, central, and south, like was mentioned in that story. And then closer to home this weekend, the Illinois Summer Games are in the Twin Cities, so be sure to check that out as well.
Employees rallying for a new contract, why they say a strong middle class benefits everyone. But first, Rachel, keeping an eye on those storms.
Yes, we actually have some severe thunderstorms for some of us right now, but sunshine for others. Here's a look on our KBL Design Center Skycam. Storms are coming our way. I'll have the latest look at radar after the break.
You're watching WMBD News at 6 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast, and Kurt Fegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois proud.
Here's something new. Announcing the Sign and Ride event at your local Ford stores, where you pay $0 down, $0 due at signing, and $0 first month's payment on select new Ford models. It's never been easier to get into America's best-selling brand. So come get behind the wheel of the fun-to-drive Focus, or of the stylish and innovative Fusion. Now during the Sign and Ride event, lease a Focus or a Fusion with $0 down, $0 due at signing, and $0 first month's payment. Hurry to the Sign and Ride event, only at your local Ford stores.
Would you get in a cab if you knew the cabbie had no license? Would you put your kids on a school bus if the driver had a poor driving record? Shouldn't you have the same requirement for the financial advisor who's handling your life savings?
Before you invest, check to make sure your financial advisor is properly licensed. Call the Illinois Secretary of State Securities Department at 1-800-628-7937 or go to avoidthescam.net.
Do it today. Protect your hard-earned dollars.
We didn't help get them up extra early. And we didn't pack their favorite lunch. But we did help fuel the ride that let them realize the world is one big classroom. At Enbridge, we believe when the energy you invest in life meets the energy we fuel it with, beautiful things happen. Enbridge, life takes energy.
This portion of WMBD News brought to you by Seattle Sutton.
What's the best way to lose weight? Seattle Sutton's Healthy Eating. A family business since 1985, Seattle Sutton's guarantees weight loss, offering freshly prepared, delicious meals that are low fat, low cholesterol, and sodium restricted. Whether you're diabetic, have hypertension, or seek convenience, Seattle Sutton's is here to help. With no contracts or sign-up fees, eating healthy has never been easier. It's your life, your health. Take control. Call 800-442-DIET or visit seattlesutton.com.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD meteorologist Rachel Kay.
We're tracking severe thunderstorms across central Illinois right now. 2 are in effect at the moment. 1 moving through Putnam County. That's in effect until 7 p.m. Another moving through Marshall County in effect until 6:30 p.m. You can see these 2 right now are by far the strongest storms on radar, but they popped up very quickly, so we're tracking the additional storms popping up a little bit further to the south and west. These are moving towards the east and very slightly towards the south as we go throughout the next couple of hours. I do expect more severe thunderstorm warnings as we go throughout the evening, but you can see Future Track not doing the best job on picking up on this line of storms in terms of the isolated nature, but not too bad in terms of the location of those right now, and that's going to continue to grow as we go through the evening. So here we are right around 8 p.m. and you can see that line growing a little bit kind of right over Peoria by 8 this evening, but from there it breaks up pretty quickly. Around 10 we're looking dry, just mostly cloudy as we end the night, and dry as we go throughout the overnight hours as well. Heading into tomorrow morning you can see even a little bit more sunshine coming out. That might not stick around for too long, but at least we'll have a sunny start to the day. For tonight though, we're going to be in the slight risk area by the Storm Prediction Center for areas in yellow, so most of our viewing area. That is going to continue as we go throughout the evening. Main threat with the storms working their way through are large hail and damaging wind, and that's really what we're seeing with the storms as they're popping up. Tornado threat, the Storm Prediction Center really doesn't even mention that with this line moving through our area, so that's a positive note for most of us. As we look at our temperatures though, very warm, lots of heat and humidity to fuel the storms. Feels like 100 degrees in Canton, Havana, feels like 101 over in Galesburg. Most of us feeling that humidity, so that's going to add that fuel to the fire. Storms really like the heat and humidity. Looks like if you're planning to head to the Chiefs game, not the best night for it, but the storms should work their way through relatively quickly, so hopefully the game won't be canceled. Just hot and humid out there. As we head into tomorrow morning, we should start off the day dry, warm again, right around 70 degrees. In the afternoon, we're going to heat up quite a bit again. We're looking at highs right around the low 90s and a slight chance of some storms, mainly north of I-74. You can see right now Future Track actually has those mostly in northern Illinois, although those might push a little bit further south, north of the I-74 corridor. And then as we head into the evening hours, you can see another line of potentially strong storms is going to build. That will hit us Thursday night heading into early on Friday. Here's a look at your full 8-day outlook. Scattered storms on Friday, I think Saturday at least, looking dry right now, and our highs back into the 80s. Maria?
All right, thanks so much, Rachel. Well, a new leader for high school athletics in Illinois. We take a look at the quick replacement. That's coming up.
When life is happening to you, you need an advocate helping you navigate the insurance companies and legal system. Know your rights. Saying and doing the wrong things can hurt your case.
Because of recent changes in the law, if you get hurt at work, it is not a level playing field. You need representation. We know your rights. Call us.
When life happens, don't get pushed around. Don't make costly mistakes. Contact Dan and Sean Cusack. Cusack can, Cusack will.
If you've ever been in a retail store and you get that kind of weird feeling somebody's trying to jam something down your throat that maybe they have too many of or they make more money on, it's a bad feeling, you know. And it's one of the reasons at Sherman's that if you don't like something, you have 30 days to send it back. So when you come into Sherman's, what you're going to find is somebody who wants to know about you and what you have now and what you don't like about it and what you do want the next time. We'll find the right product for you or we'll take it back. It really is just the right thing to do.
Some of us see camping as one of life's greatest pleasures. From fishing to sleeping under the stars to hiking or even cooking outside. Using quality equipment makes sure every moment will be memorable and fun. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we understand. That's why we offer a huge selection of camping gear from top brands like Sundolphin, Camp Chef, Igloo, Buck Knives, Coleman, Frog Togs, Leatherman, and more. So make the great outdoors even more enjoyable with genuine value you can depend on from Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
You can't predict the future unless you've got Frontier. You'll pay the same price for internet 3 years from now. Guaranteed. What else does your future hold? How about fast, reliable speeds and no contract? With Frontier, it's easy to see. The future's looking pretty darn sweet.
Get the deal of the future today. High-speed internet for just $19.99 a month with qualifying phone service. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
In Wheel's Shop Your Way sweepstakes, you get more.
You could win a VIP trip to see Wheel, an audition for a chance to be a contestant, plus a $2,500 shopping spree. Go to wheeloffortune.com for details.
Weekdays at 6:30 on WMBD. You're watching WMBD News at 6.
Union workers trying to gain the attention of the governor today, marching along the sidewalk outside the Human Services Building. Two sides have been stuck in negotiations for about 6 months with no end in sight. Those who took part say there's a misperception about how much they're paid. In the past, employees kept working while negotiations continued. Now they're unsure what they would do if a new deal isn't done in time.
At this point, we're not sure. I mean, we are bargaining in good faith with the governor, and we hope that he does the same.
Our belief is that when unions do better, the middle class does better, and everybody does better.
Governor Rauner says he appreciates the hard work of the state workers, but changes are necessary and should be based on productivity, not seniority. He wants to see transformational and structural changes with the way employees are compensated throughout state government.
Well, the Illinois High School Association picking a new executive director in a rather quick decision. Craig Anderson will be promoted in January when Marty Hickman officially retires. For now, Anderson says the IHSA will continue to work on its new Play Hard, Play Smart initiatives and work to resolve its lawsuit while Hickman's still in charge. Anderson interviewed for the job Sunday. IHSA concluded its interviews Monday afternoon. He says he's ready for the new challenge.
Well, it's a big day for a pair of local college pitchers. Kurt has that story next in sports.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Goldfine and Bowles.
Recent changes in the Illinois Workers' Compensation Act
continue to greatly affect an injured worker's rights. Now, more than ever, you need an experienced law firm to help you protect those rights and maximize your recovery.
We're available for a consultation at your convenience at any of our 3 Central Illinois locations, or we can come to you. If you've been hurt at work, let us put our experience to work for you.
Goldfine and Bowles. It's our experience that helps you win.
0 down and 0 due at signing. It's the summer sign and drive at Up Train Weston in Peoria. Like a new cruise for $199 a month. True sign and drive. Plus 2-year scheduled maintenance and total warranty coverage. Leave your wallet at home. All you need's a pin at Up Train Weston Chevy Cadillac.
What if we could harvest clean wind energy just like a crop and ship it to where it's needed most? And what if we reap the benefits? Thousands of new jobs, lower electrical prices, billions of dollars in new investments. This is the Grain Belt Express Clean Line, and this can be the future for Illinois. Let's get to work. Let's build the Grain Belt Express Clean Line.
Price, quality, selection, service. Why go to a big box store when you can visit the experts? Give us a call or check us out at mcdonaldsupplyshowroom.com.
Thanks for coming.
Today.
At Grossinger Motors, we brought in a new team that's focused on working hard to serve our neighbors. With a bigger selection, lower prices, no games or gimmicks. Plus, the Grossinger Advantage, our plan to make sure you're always satisfied, now and down the road. Right now, drive a new Impreza for just $21,400, or lease a new Forester for just $159 per month. So stop by and visit with our new staff in sales and service today. We're all dedicated to exceeding your expectations. At Grossinger Motors in Bloomington Normal.
This portion of WMBD News is presented by Lexus of Peoria.
Create the perfect outdoor living space for your home with concrete blocks from Menards. An attractive outdoor space adds another stylish room to your home. And whether it's a backyard paradise, a spacious patio, or a sturdy retaining wall, there's no limit to what you can create with so many styles and options to choose from. Check out Menards' wide selection of concrete blocks to complete your next project. Plus, don't forget Father's Day, pick up a gift card.
Save big money at Menards.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Fegler.
Will Hayden's move from high school to college baseball takes just a short trip down I-74. But today, the former Morton star is drafted by a team on the other side of the country. The Illinois State lefty is picked by the San Diego Padres in the 13th round of the baseball entry draft. He's the second Redbird selected this week, but the first ever from Morton. Being drafted by a big league team is a dream come true for Hayden.
Playing on all these fields, it was definitely a dream come true. You know, that's something that you want to do. You know, you don't know how much of a reality it is. And then as I got older and started to love the game more and more, it definitely became, you know, sort of reality.
Hayden was drafted by scout Jeff Stewart, the former ISU coach, the father of Will's former college teammate Brock Stewart. And Chillicothe native Drazen Johnson also drafted today. The former University of Illinois starter is picked by Colorado in the 26th round. Johnson, one of a school record 10 Illini players drafted in the past 3 days. 2 Bradley baseball players selected today. Pitcher Elliot Ashbeck is selected by San Diego in the 16th round. The Dodgers take infielder Chris Godinez in the 18th round. Cardinals finishing their series in Denver today, and Colton Wong seemingly getting better with every game. Look at this diving play to take an RBI hit away from Carlos Gonzalez. That's in the first inning. Cardinals are going to win this series finale. Matt Carpenter with an opposite field RBI single here. The Redbirds are winners at Colorado this afternoon by a final of 4-2. The Chiefs are back in town for a homestand that will last until Monday, the first time the teams played at home since 4 Chiefs were named to the Midwest League All-Star Game. Pitchers Luis Perdomo, Danielle Ponce de Leon, and Austin Gomber, along with shortstop Oscar Mercado. They'll represent Peoria in the All-Star Game in 2 weeks. And guess how they found out they were All-Stars?
He actually got tagged on Twitter, and then he texted me and told me that I had made it too because we're roommates. So, and then obviously we got to the park and the coaching staff congratulated us.
We were just getting on the bus on our way to a game, and that's when you find everything out through social media nowadays.
Yes, you do. The Chiefs will host the Midwest League All-Star Game on June 23rd at 7 o'clock. They are still buzzing in Washington, where the softball team clinches its first state berth in 25 years. Last night they do it with an extra inning, last at bat home run by Zoe Wetherill.
I can't even imagine. It's been such a long time, and this is one of the most exciting games I've been a part of, coaching or playing. So, I mean, this is something the girls are going to remember for a long time, but they should be excited for Friday and keep wanting more.
Washington plays Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin Friday at 12:30 at Eastside Center. Briefly, the Blackhawks host Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals, looking for a win tonight to even that series with Tampa Bay at 2-2. Finally, you know Chris Heston of the Giants threw a no-hitter last night, but if you watched closely in the seconds after the final out, he doesn't even get his game ball. He's more interested in the celebration. That's a no-hitter baseball. I hope somebody wound up. That's worth a lot of money.
I noticed that, and I said something to Dan about it last night, and he said, "It's going to the Hall of Fame anyway."
Well, that's true. Okay, whatever.
All right, some severe weather headed our way. Rachel has more after the break.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
Tired of summer repeats?
Nothing good on television anyway.
Everyone is trapped under the dome.
These places, these people, something's wrong here.
We're outside the dome.
Mark Heldenberger guest stars on the season premiere of Under the Dome. Thursday, June 25th.
When you test drive at Beldy Cadillac Buick GMC, extraordinary things can happen. Scott of Pekin test drove the new GMC Yukon, rated highest satisfaction and quality by owners. We sent him on a Maui Jim sunglass shopping spree. Vicki and Richard of Peoria drove to the Peoria Riverfront for lunch during their drive of a new Buick Regal. Sign up for a drive today at BeldyGM.com and you could be our next test drive adventure winner. No one will save you more than Beldy Cadillac Buick GMC, where he treats you like family.
I don't believe you.
No way.
How's that possible?
That's crazy.
I don't believe you.
I find that really hard to believe.
I don't know about that.
No way.
2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam.
I paid way too much.
It's true. At America's Best, we've been selling quality eyewear at low prices for 35 years. Call 1-800-2PAIR or visit americasbest.com today.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 42 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast.
Get 0 for 60 plus 1,500 trade assist, or get 5,500 savings plus 1,250 bonus cash and 1,500 trade assist.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
All right, we've got some strong storms possibly coming through.
Yes, we actually have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, so some updates. The severe thunderstorm that's moving through Marshall County, that warning has been extended until 7 p.m. now. Also in Putnam County, seeing a severe thunderstorm warning and now a flash flood warning, so we're keeping an eye on all of that. I think the next potential severe thunderstorm warning is moving from Knox towards Peoria County right now, so we may see that pop up here shortly.
All right, a lot to just watch out for. Of course, keep it here at WMBD, also online, just to make sure that everybody's staying safe out there for sure.
Yes, and we'll have updates on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Okay, thanks so much, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget, we are always available on air, online, and on the go.
And you can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news and weather on your app, your smartphone, or tablet. See you right back here at 10.